how do you learn how to do that? I mean, where does it come from?
Movies.
Really? No, seriously.
Seriously.
The Mercedes-Benz Interview Lounge.
So excited to have Mario Carbone here.
Mario.
Stop it.
Okay, so this is a fight. So you're from Queens. You're from New York.
Queens, born and raised.
So are you Mario or Mario?
Even I changed my name over the years.
What, to keep people like Danielle happy?
So my family says Mario.
Right. Do they all know they're wrong?
You know, and when I first started working for Mario Batali, he was like, "What's your name?" I'm like, "Mario." I said Mario, and he says, "No, Mario." So I mean, in the sort of Italian pronunciation of Mario, I think that Mario is easier for people to understand. And I got a lot of confusion as a kid. I was like, "What? Your name's Barry?" I was like, "No, Mario." And I was like, forget it.
This has been, what 27 years we've been arguing about this.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm going to win.
According to my family, you're right.
All right, thank you.
So I'll tell you when I first became totally infatuated with Mario. Years ago on Mulberry Street, there was a little restaurant called Teresi. Teresi's or Teresi?
Yeah, Teresi.
And my friend Dana said, "You got to come in. Some of the best Italian stuff you've ever had." We went in and we ate it's this Asian pork. What or ribs? What was it you guys served? It was.
We served char siu ribs.
Yes.
Yeah.
I go, "Dana, this isn't very Italian." She said, "Doesn't matter. It's good. Eat it." Ate it. Fell in love. And then from Teresi on, I mean, you started opening restaurants left and right with your partners, right?
Yeah. We got on a roll. We got on a roll, to say the least. And now we're a substantial company.
Well, okay, substantial company. He's being very modest. I mean, you have it in the teens, maybe over 20 property or restaurants around the country and the world.
We have 40 restaurants.
Oh my gosh!
Okay, is there an addiction problem here?
Wait, how do you get to all of them? Like to go out there and like make sure everything's going well? I know you have a team, but
at this point, yeah, it's run sort of regionally. There's regional managers depending on where in the world it is. And then, you know, we try to get to as many, you know, you're not going to get to them all every day. But I don't think that's the point. I think, you know, you want to trust the managers and the chefs that you've trained to run their properties and put systems in place so that we can see, you know, how they're going. And then I make as many trips. I mean, I spend a good amount of time on planes, trains, and automobiles.
So, I mean, there's several layers of art here. It's the art of imagining, the art of execution, the art of managing the new restaurant and setting up, and the art of letting go and letting people you trust run it. I think there's an addictive personality thing.
There's definitely a masochistic thing that happens here where you just can't stop.
Well, everything is so good, and we're such fans of everything you touch and everything you do.
Thank you.
I know that coming up is your 4-night supper club on the sand in Miami Beach. It's called Carbone Beach. You started this last year, not knowing like if it was going to super fly or sort of fly. It exploded. Talk about it. Where did it come from?
It came from, so last year was the first year that Formula One came to Miami. And Miami was sort of our new hub as a company. And as we anticipated this arrival of this mass of people, you know, we thought, you know, we need to do something that's on par with the level of this weekend. This is going to be the biggest weekend of the year. What can we do to match that? What can we do to provide a service for everybody that's coming? And slowly we put the pieces together of trying to like, all right, how do we begin the idea of an even more exaggerated experience, right? Take the Carbone experience and make it even way more exaggerated. The theater of it all. Right. You know, the Ray Liotta in Copacabana vibe for 400 people coming to Miami for the weekend. So we took a plot of sand on South Beach and we erected a massive tent, and we did what effectively turned out to be this sort of old school grand supper club.
Supper club.
Yeah.
Wow. Every time I hear the term supper club, it is such an elevated experience from just a great dinner.
I picture smoking jackets. Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we smoked a jacket there once.
Yes.
I don't know what that means.
It was delicious.
But yeah, if you go to carbonebeach.com, there's a lot of photos from last year, and all the celebrities were there. And I'm sure Mario's ego just exploded. I mean, you know, the Williams sisters. I mean, you name a celebrity. David Beckham was there.
Is he nice?
I stood on stage and introduced Andrea Bocelli.
Wow.
Look at that.
That was a moment.
I'm sure being an Italian boy from Queens,
It was like, ladies and gentlemen, the Pope.
here he is.
Do they hit you up for reservations, or do they go through like people?
Plenty of people hit me up directly, and I'm more than happy to do my best with whoever.
Don't tell Scary that.
Wait, have you
Yeah.
ever said no to like a big celebrity?
I take care of Scary. Sometimes the answer is no. I mean, we do our best, but we try to what's possible. I mean, sometimes the last minutes. I mean, we're good at that like Copacabana table where it just shows up out of nowhere and like, yep, 4 top, here you go. But sometimes you just can't do it, but we do our best.
Well, the bottom line is they want business. They want you in there. They want you to experience it so you can go out and tell the world how great it is. So if ever a restaurant can get you in, they will get you in. Yeah. And people tend to forget that sometimes. But I don't like abusing it. I'm never like, hey, can you get me in this week for me and 16 friends? I'm like,
Scary uses your
that's
name.
going to be irritating. It's like everyone calling me, can you get us 15 Taylor Swift tickets? No.
Unless you
Do you have a favorite Italian dish?
When I'm cooking at home, it's generally pretty simple. It's just like spaghetti aglio olio.
That's my
kind of
favorite.
thing. Like really simple stuff, or like a veal Milanese. Those are some of my favorites. The simpler things.
There's nothing better than just spaghetti with olive oil and garlic. I can go there. I can eat
chili.
Lots of chili. Warm it up, buttercup. But I got to say, where I live, where I live downtown, I can get parm delivered to my house. So why do I got to get dressed and go to Carbone and pay $50,000 for rigatoni? I get it from down the street. It's the same exact thing. Not the same experience, mind you. Which brings me to this other thought. When you go to a restaurant and have dinner, the food's great. You had a good time. Service was great. Fantastic. But when you go to a restaurant and have this over-the-top experience, and you go home and you talk to your friends about it, because it's really wasn't only the food, it's the way that place made you feel. That's the difference.
Yep.
That's the secret sauce.
Yep.
Like, how do you learn how to do that? I mean, where does it come from?
Movies.
Really? No,
Yeah,
seriously.
Seriously. I remember watching, again, like let's use the Scorsese Copacabana scene, right? So like he's got a whole production team, all these cameras, all these actors, and he's trying to deliver for the audience a perfect 30-second scene, 40-second scene of everything happening, right? Like Ray walks in, he bumps into the waiter in the back, he's going through the kitchen, there's someone's flambeing, he walks through the kitchen, a guy grabs a 4-top table, drops it in the center of the room, all of a sudden a wise guy buys a bottle of champagne. Like you see this perfect 40-second scene. Okay, great. So now I have to work backwards and try to deliver that sensation for every person that opens the door of Carbone all night long for 6 hours, right? Every time you open the door, you get crushed with the sound of the music, the smell of the garlic, the push of the people, the volume of the restaurant. Someone happens to be flambeing bananas in the corner, but I need to keep it going for 6 hours. So the only way to do that is to really consider all of the details as if you are actually making a movie set.
So I'm assuming some of these flambés are stunt flambés. No one ordered them. You should have like a flambe fountain that you just push a button, it comes on. They just assume a flambe is happening.
Send bananas to 11.
I'm on the way. Okay, so let's talk about Carbone Beach. Now, we're talking about, as Mario was telling us, it is over the top, very, very dramatic. You've got massive chandeliers under these big top tents. I'm sure there's a lot of velvet going on. No, velvet on a beach? I mean, it looks
it's
just
Ringling
beautiful.
Brothers, brought to you by my Aunt Maria.
Exactly. It just looks like a very beautiful, beautiful event. Yes. So you're here to talk about it, but I just have a feeling there's no way to get in at this point. Is there?
There's definitely ways to get in. I mean, we still have tickets to sell, and Amex is going to sell some tickets as well.
Let's do that then.
CarboneBeach.com is where you can also buy your tickets, and American Express is the sort of title sponsor for the whole thing and an amazing partner. And so 4 nights, 400 seats, 1,600 seats total. I mean, we still got to sell some tickets.
I would think after this is a 4-night supper club. on the beach, lots of moving parts for you. I would assume when it's over, if you may recall from last year, you just want to go crawl under a bed and hide. I bet this takes a lot of work for you and your team.
By Sunday night, the last night last year, I was a shell of a human being.
Right?
Yes, I was.
Are you still? I'm still a little tired just hearing about it.
It was tough. Hopefully this year, with 1 year under our belt, we'll be able to salvage our sanity a little bit more. But it's going to get crazy.
So with something like Carbone Beach under your belt, are you starting to think of more and more of the pop-up type productions? And I don't even call it a supper club anymore. It's a production with great food. I mean, do you have other things that you're thinking about dreaming up?
I actually just got a call on the way over here to do something in Paris for Fashion Week, which could be fun. I like doing these crazy one-off events that are temporary. It's nice because we build things that are permanent over and over and over again to every now and again do something that is only going to live for a finite amount of time.
Another interesting story, not interesting to me, when I was a kid, I used to come to the city. I'm not from here, from Texas, and we would put on a suit and tie and go to the pool room. And in the pool room, that was like where all the heavy hitters in business would eat here in New York City. And then, it just kind of faded away. So Mario and his partners went in and bought it, redid it.
Oh, wow.
And in that iconic place, we still have tableside where they actually prepare dishes tableside. It's just amazing. But you also have some places where I can go dress like this.
Yep.
I'm good there. Like we had brunch at Sadelle's the other day.
Yes, absolutely.
So what? Yes, Italian boy.
So as an Italian guy, you have these concepts.
You're Italian?
Oh yeah. You have Carbone, Contessa, and all these great brands. Were you scared as an Italian guy to try other concepts like Sadelle's, which is a basically known for Jewish delicacies?
Well, I wasn't scared by it because I had people around me that were able to help along the way. I've gotten pretty good at the idea of the theater. I'm getting better with every restaurant of how to set the stage. And then when it comes to specifics, whether it's a Japanese restaurant or Sadelle's, I'll try to lean on an expert to provide some more insight when I don't know the answer, because I don't know all the answers. But I know that I can see it, but I'm going to need help along the way. So, that's not my bagel recipe, right? It's not my my tuna tataki recipe, right?
Stop it. That wasn't Aunt Maria's tuna tataki.
You would not want Aunt Maria's tuna tataki.
Poor Aunt Maria.
Confuses me.
So when it comes to holidays and stuff with you, do you get stressed out because everybody expects you to be the person making the meal?
I actually like the responsibility. I like being at the center of the gathering of the family.
That's because you don't trust Aunt Maria.
I don't. I want to take the weight. I don't want my mom to have to do it anymore. No. I'd rather she just be a guest. So it's actually really nice to take that on.
Wow. I thought for sure he would be like, nah, no way. I hate
I love it.
I was out in Santa Fe. We have a place in Santa Fe. We're there a lot. And so I'm like, okay, I go to the grocery store. I'm in the middle of green and red chili country. We're talking the best Southwest food known to man. I love it. And I look up and there's your sauce. I'm like, he's in Santa Fe with his sauce. What the hell is he doing here? I would never expect to see Carbone sauce anywhere but
we're everywhere.
Here. Is it all over the world now?
We'll be in 20,000 stores by the end of the year. We're one of the fastest growing consumer packaged goods on planet Earth.
Okay, and then there's a clothing line.
I know. I didn't know he had a clothing line. That's so crazy.
I needed a hobby.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Okay, ready for this?
Sure you did.
It's not Italian sounding. It's Our Lady of Rocco clothing. I don't know. Are you wearing Our Lady of Rocco?
I am. I'm wearing a suit that I designed.
Do you only wear your stuff, or no? Do you?
No, I don't. I don't design enough stuff to wear only my stuff. I would run out of clothes by Tuesday.
He's got the black T-shirt. He's got the bling, the jewelry hanging outside.
So is there a chance when Paris Fashion Week comes around you are going to be serving food and maybe having a show at Fashion Week?
I don't think that I'm prepared for a Paris fashion show, but who knows what the years will bring.
You're insane.
I have a problem.
When do you sleep?
My name is Mario Carbone, and I have a problem.
Mario and I used to live in the same building.
Yeah.
And I didn't know it. because he was always working.
Because
You never went home.
Do you
So-
sleep?
And
I
saw
was
him.
the best tenant possible. I think they subletted my apartment.
I saw him on the elevator. I'm like, "What are you doing here?" I live here. I know you don't.
I lived here for 4.5 years.
I didn't know that. We were both like the first people to move into this building. I didn't know he was there because he's always working, and now you know why. All right, 2 more things, and we got to let you go. First of all, to anyone out there who is just living, breathing, and just fantasizing about being in the kitchen at a restaurant or up front hosting or dreaming up these incredible things as you do, best advice from the 2023 perspective.
Test the waters.
Talk about it.
I would say, before even considering going to school for it, spending money for it, I would say if you feel like you have a passion, you have this itch that you want to scratch in the industry, just dip a toe in it. Go to your local restaurant and take a job, any job, because it's more than just loving food. You have to love food. You have to love the industry. Those are 2 very different things. The business is a crazy business. A lot of people love food. A lot of people love to cook at home. A lot of people love to entertain at home. You need to test the waters in a commercial environment, and it doesn't need to be fine dining. Go to any local restaurant and work in that environment. It's not normal, but for those that love it, they love it. So you need to combine the love for food and the love of entertaining with the love of this business. And if you have all of those things, then I would say it might be for you to pursue before even considering spending $1 on school.
A lot of people watch the Food Network and they think that's what the industry is about. It has nothing. The 2 have nothing in common.
Nothing in common. No.
But secondly, let's get back to Carbone Beach. If you go to carbonebeach.com, it's Carbone, just in case you're wondering. Carbone, hey, Carbone Beach. Check it out. It's going to be May 4th through May 7th on South Beach. It's going to be a sexy night. The food will make you full, but the vibe will make you horny. I don't know where that came from.
That's your new slogan.
New tagline.
Feel free to borrow that.
What's the VIG if I use it?
So it's having you here is just an amazing thing, and we've been looking forward to you coming to see us because we're such fans of yours, as you well know.
Thank you. I'm a huge fan of yours as well.
Well, there you go. Now that we've all made out with each other, it's time to move on. Again, it's carbonebeach.com. If you're going to be in Miami Beach or if you're living there listening to us on Y100, you want to be a part of this. This is the gift you can give your friends. Get these tickets. Get in there, carbonebeach.com, and we'll see you there. Thank you, Mario.
Thank you for having me.
Mario.
The Mercedes-Benz Interview Lounge.